Hi guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to bring you a full face of products I bought but never used. I got this idea from watching Samantha Ravndal, Kathleen Lights and Jamie Page. They have all done this video. I know other people have, but they're the ones that I watched do it. I don't know who created it, so yeah. I just thought it'd be a really fun video to do. So if you're excited about this video, please continue watching and let's get started. Hi guys. So I have no makeup on my face, as you can see. I've got my little bag of goodies and there's more than a full face in here. So I think I might do another video and just talk about other products instead of putting them on my face. So I'm going to go in with eyes first. And for my eye primer, I'm going to use a concealer. And it's the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer in Porcelain. So I'm just going to blend this out with a brush. The reason why I'm using this concealer is because obviously I don't use it. I did for a while, but I don't know why I stopped. I'm guessing it's because I found a concealer that suited me better or I liked better. I still see a lot of people using it to this day, but I just don't really reach for it, and that's why it's been picked. So that's primed my eyes. I don't have a powder that I don't use. I really just use all of my powders. The only kind of loose powder that I don't use as often, but I still use, is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder. There's no really reason why I don't use it. I think it's because it's kind of broken. I did break it, but like there's nothing wrong with it. I think I know why I don't like that concealer. It's just acting really like cakey on my lid. And I know it's not the powder. I know it's the actual concealer. So now that I've done that, I'm going to move on to the palette that I use the least, and I basically never really use it. I've used it a couple times obviously, and I try to use it, but I just never really reach for it. I think this is like my first or my second high-end palette that I ever got, and this is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Really pretty packaging. Definitely got me because of the packaging. The packaging is stunning, but I just never really use it. So I'm going to go in with the colour Smarty Pants, and this palette is really powdery as well. And I have used it enough because I've dented Smarty Pants and the white shade, which is Charmer, but I just don't reach for it as much anymore. And that's kind of basically with all my products. I like them, I keep them for a reason, but I just don't reach for them. So they're not technically bad unless I state that a product's bad. They're just products that I don't reach for as much. With this palette, the only reason I don't really reach for it enough is because, if I'm honest, I'm quite bored by it. So that's the colour Smarty Pants. So now I'm going to go in with the colour Rebel. And I don't really want to show you because it's so shattered. So I went in with this colour first, which is Sweetheart. Now I'm going with this colour, which is Rebel. So now I'm going to mix in Flower Child with Smarty Pants and just blend over the edges a little bit. Now with a different brush, I'm going to go in with the colour Leader, and I'm just going to put this on the outer V just to deepen that out a little bit. I don't know what's happening, but there's something happening here. It's like it's getting muddy. I don't really know how I feel about this eye look, to be honest. So I went off camera because I was really struggling to blend out these eyeshadows, and I don't remember having this much of a difficulty to blend them out. I generally think it's the concealer that I used as a primer that's giving me these issues. So I also just did this eye off camera. I don't have a mascara that I don't use. I use most of my mascaras. So now I'm just going to finish this eye. So I just went in with the colour Funny Girl on my flat brush and just placed this on my lid. So I'm just doing my eyes with the shade Funny. I keep saying funny. So I only wet my brush because the colour in my actual pan was quite flaky. But even when it was dry, it was quite pigmented. I don't really remember having a problem with blending out these shadows like I was earlier. So I do definitely think it's the concealer that I used as a primer. So now with the same brush, I'm going to go in with the colour Firecracker, which is like a darker gold, and just place this on the end. So the foundation that I have that's like the closest colour to me right now is the MAC Match Master SPF 15 foundation in 1.5. I did get colour matched for it, and I don't think this is my colour. So I haven't really used this because of the colour, even though I've got lightning kind of drops, but I can't remember why I haven't used it. And it seems quite thick as well. So that beauty blender sucked up quite a bit because I did 2 drops and that's done nothing. So that's the foundation. It's not really covered any of my acne scarring or my redness, but I can work with that for today. I'm going to use the same concealer that I used to prime my lids. I do remember using this before I got like tart shape tape, but can't remember what I think of it, to be honest. This colour is very yellow. Okay, I'm just going to blend this out. Please do not look disastrous. So it's blending out really good actually. Super light for me. Don't really like the concealer. I don't think it's as full coverage as my Tarte Shape Tape. So as I said earlier, I don't really have a powder to use. I'm just going to go in with my MAC powder and just set this. Okay, so this is what my skin looks like as of right now. Just don't really like how it looks. So for liquid highlight, I should have done this when I didn't powder, but I'm just going to go over my foundation with some liquid highlights, and it's the MAC Luster Drops in Pink Rebel. There's not really a reason for why I don't use it, I just don't. Let's see how it goes on top of foundation. Oh yeah, bad idea. Don't put these over powdered foundation because it will pick up your foundation. So for bronzer, I don't really have like an actual bronzer that I don't use because I don't really have that many bronzers, to be honest. I have a palette, I have my Physicians Formula and my Wet n Wild one, and I think that's it for bronzers. I don't actually have that many bronzers because I know what I like and I'll just stick to it. I don't really need to experiment with bronzers. But the palette that I have here is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair. I've used this in the video before. I cannot remember why, but I just don't reach for it. There probably is a reason, but I cannot for the life of me remember right now. Am I getting flashbacks? Is this really red? Not sure why I don't like this, but I have a feeling it's because it's a quite red based bronzer. So it looks like I have blush on already, but I don't. For blush, I really don't have a blush that I don't really use. So I'm just going to go in with the blush that's in here. Wish me luck, because this is like pink and gold reflex. So there is a highlighter in here, but I'm not going to use this highlighter. I'm going to use another highlight that I have, which is the PS Brunch Club highlighter. This is a nice highlight. The reason I don't use it is just because I use my Soph palette a lot and I really like that highlighter. If I'm not using that, I'm using my LA Girl one. It is a nice highlight, but yeah, just don't use it enough because of my other 2 highlighters that I know work for me. I like the colour. This colour is not too bad. So I don't really have anything for my brows, so I'm just going to go off camera, do my brows. Okay, so I'm back. So my brows are done. And I literally just put some brown mascara through them. Didn't do a lot. So now for my lower lash line, I'm just going to go in with the same colours that I used at the top. So I'm going to go in with Smarty Pants. Oh, that concealer has really creased and it looks so incredibly textured. This foundation has creased like a lot around my smile lines and my forehead. That's probably why I don't really use it. It's because it creases. So now I'm going to go in with the colour Rebel. Okay, so with a smaller and flatter brush, I'm going to go in with the colour Leader on the outer V. I'm dragging this down a little bit, kind of hide those creases. And now I look like I've got raccoon eyes. Perfect! Everyone likes raccoon eyes, don't they? So now for mascara for my bottom lashes. So now I'm just going to add an inner corner highlight. I'm going to go in with the colour Charmer. It's not a shimmer. It's actually a matte white cream. But I actually quite like how it looks in my inner corner. Okay, so that's the eyes done. So now for lips, I have quite the choice for lips. Quite the choice, as you can see. So I'm actually going to go in with this colour, and this is the Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Charmed. So I don't really have any lip liners that I don't use. Like, if I want a specific colour, I will just use that specific colour. But the ones that I use the least are probably like this one, which is a pink. So I'm going to go in with this one. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't really use pinks. Especially not this shade of pink. It's a very creamy lip liner. So now I'm going to go in with the Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Charmed. Okay, so this is what Ofra Charmed looks like on me. It's not a bad colour, I just don't wear it. And I don't reach for this liquid lipstick formula. I don't even know if I actually like the formula, I just don't reach for it. Doesn't really go with the look, but oh well. So I just added some concealer just to lighten it up a little bit, but does it go with the look? Absolutely not. Do I like the colour? Yeah, I just don't use it. And I completely forgot to mention, I don't have a setting spray that I don't use. I use all my setting sprays. I just switch between them, so yeah. So yeah guys, this is the final look using products that I bought but never really use. So after doing this video, there's still some products that I like but just don't reach for, and I'll still keep them. But now I've kind of figured out why I don't like other products and why I haven't reached for them. For example, the concealer, I know I just don't like it. The foundation, I'm very like, meh, doesn't really do anything for my skin. If anything, it enhances all my texture. And it's too matte, to be honest. I just, yeah, not about it. So I definitely now know why I haven't reached for some of these items. And I will be reaching for more of these items, hopefully. Probably not. Let's keep it real. I probably won't. So I'm definitely going to keep the palette. I feel like the palette didn't perform as well as it usually does because of the primer. But I still like the palette. I will still keep it. For me, it's more of like a memory. It was kind of like either my first or my second high-end palette that I bought. So for me, it's more meaningful than the actual eyeshadows. And the packaging is absolutely stunning. Let's see if the primer did anything. Oh. The primer kind of concealed my pores. Conspiracy. Does it work? So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, some comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.